oust the embattled governor of Migori County.
Ma-MCAs wetu waliweza kutushawishi kwamba wana sababu za kutosha. Ukiangalia chini ya katiba ya nchi hii, sababu ambazo zinaweza kupelekea ama ile mizani ambayo imewekwa pale ya kuweza kumuondoa gavana. Sisi kama chama tunakubaliana na MCAs wetu kwamba kuna ushahidi na tuhuma za kutosha kumuondoa gavana Obado katika afisi yake.
A statement on the impending impeachment of Migori Governor Obado by ODM dated Thursday, 3rd September 2020 says, and I quote, "The ODM party does not have the wherewithal and legal mandate to investigate corruption and related crimes. The Constitution has empowered institutions with such authority and mandate. It is thus foolhardy for Obado to attempt to cajole and twist facts and seek sympathy by trying to turn this into a case of alleged political witch hunt and not a theft as it is." According to ODM party chairman John Mbadi, Obado's continued stay as Migori governor will lead to a serious stagnation in Migori County and exacerbate the incompetence and failed service delivery.
Huyu ndiye gavana wa kwanza wa chama cha ODM kufungiwa nje ya ofisi. Kwa hivyo msituulize ni kwa nini hatujafanya mambo haya kwa magavana wengine ambao wamekumbana na madai ya ufisadi.
In the meantime, ODM Migori branch officials have urged Obado to carry his own cross and stop dragging ODM party in his troubles. The party earlier on held a meeting with Migori members of county assembly, which resolved to impeach the embattled Migori governor Obado.
Na sisi kama chama tuna usemi kwa utendakazi wa wale ambao walipata tikiti ya chama cha ODM wako kwa afisi kutokana na support ya chama cha ODM. Haiwezekani kwamba utakuja hapa katika makao makuu ya chama upatiwe tikiti ya chama kisha unapochaguliwa you are a law unto yourself. Haiwezekani.
A total of 37 out of 41 ODM MCs from Migori County Assembly attended the meeting held at a Nairobi hotel to plan for Obado's proposed impeachment. Meanwhile, Mbadi noted that the party will publish names of Migori officials including MCAs and CEEs with alleged involvement in diverting county funds to bribe MCAs. Okoth Obado, his 3 children and some business persons are alleged to have embezzled 73 million county funds. However, the governor was released on a 8.7 million cash bail or 20 million shillings bond. Mark Kimondo, Newswatch, Nairobi.
The National Assembly Health Committee, led by Murang'a Woman Rep Sabina Chege, has today questioned companies' directors who have been mentioned on the KEMSA scandal involving COVID-19 funds, expenditures and supplies. Appearing before the committee, Megascope Managing Director and KNCCI boss Richard Ngatia said his company was not involved in the clearance of the Jack Ma donations to Kenya after revelations by the Ministry of Transport that some donations did not arrive in the country. The committee, among other issues, sought to know why COVID-19 kits were sold to KEMSA at inflated prices. But Robo Juang has this report.
What is out of order? I've asked what is out of order.
Investigations into the alleged loss of COVID-19 fighting donations from the Jack Ma Foundation and the alleged COVID-19 supplies procurement irregularities at KEMSA have continued, even as more details emerge. On Thursday, the National Assembly Health Committee held its second sitting into the alleged scam, where it emerged that some of the donations from the Chinese billionaire did not arrive in the country.
Way Bill 3444.
Transport Chief Administrative Secretary Chris Abure, who made the revelations, however, said his office is not aware of the 21 packages of the donations that were missing.
Several assorted medical supplies, laboratory kits, screening, hospital and IPC, other materials for COVID response crabs, and several other. This is listed all the way. They were carried in 997 packages, weighing a total of 9,451 kilograms. Honorable Chair, the last consignment is shown under Airway Bill 071 370 583. The origin of this consignment is Addis Ababa, Ethiopia Africa Center for Disease Control. The consignee is Kenya Medical Research Institute.
Government Clearing Agency Director Felix Atent told the committee that he immediately raised the issue with the ministry after realizing part of the consignment was missing, with the committee's chairperson
This folder that we received from the
Sabina Shege taking the CAS to task on whether the consignment disappeared after landing in Nairobi or while on transit.
That consignment arrived at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. We received 21 packages less. So the 21 packages never arrived in Kenya. They never arrived at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. So that shortfall was in Ethiopia, not here. And as I said, I just received confirmation from the top officials of the Ministry of Health. They are in contact. In fact, even the chair just read a letter from the ministry confirming that they're pursuing this matter with the people who consigned this from Addis Ababa.
On Wednesday, Health Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe, who appeared before the committee, dismissed the claims that COVID-19 donations by MA were misappropriated or diverted. The committee also heard that KEMSA was not coerced to award tenders to specific companies.
Request from the Cabinet Secretary, Honorable...
Written or by phone call?
Either phone calls, most of them SMSs and phone calls.
Suspended Kenya Medical Supplies Agency KEMSA Chief Executive Officer John Manjari made the revelation, changing tune on his earlier stand when he appeared before the Senate Ad Hoc Committee on COVID-19 early this week.
I think, Director.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yes, you need to clear the air so that we can move on.
KEMSA procurement boss Juma pointed a blaming finger on Manjari, saying he issued COVID-19 commitment letters illegally without involving his department, with KEMSA board chair Kembi Gitura also telling the committee that Manjari bypassed the board in seeking extra COVID-19 budget by writing directly to the National Treasury. Petroba Ojwang, Hope TV Newswatch.
To COVID-19 situation now, the country has recorded 212 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours after a sample size of 3,937 was tested, raising the country's total number of infections to 34,705. LCS Dr. Rashid Aman, who spoke in Omondi County, said the youngest patient is 1-month-old infant and the oldest is 76. At the same time, 195 patients have recovered from the virus, raising the country's total number of recoveries to 20,644. 4 more patients have succumbed to the virus, bringing the total number of fatalities to 585. In terms of distribution by counties, Nairobi recorded 96 cases, Mombasa 21, Kiambu 11, Busia 10, Uasin Gishu and Laikipia 9, Taita Taveta and Narok 8, Machakos and Nakuru 7, Kilifi and Lamu 6, Kajiado 4, Bomet 2, while Bungoma, Kericho, Kwale, Murang'a, Migori, Nyeri, West Pokot and Meru had 1 case each. Moving on, First Lady Margaret Kenyatta's Beyond Zero program has been commended for promoting partnerships that are helping boost delivery of health services in counties. Nyandarua County Executive Committee CEC member for Health, Dr. John Mungai, has said that by embracing Beyond Zero's partnership model, the county has been able to bring on board various health stakeholders in its efforts to deliver quality health services to the residents. Nyandarua County First Lady Anne Kimemia, who also spoke during the occasion, thanked the First Lady Margaret Kenyatta for donating 2 Beyond Zero mobile clinics to the county that have helped to take medical services closer to the residents of Nyandarua.
And I'm here as a champion because I know that mostly children who have these deformities come from families that parents are not able to cater for the expenses that are incurred during those operations. So today is a big day for us because we are starting or we are launching a program where we shall want to have Cure International come in to give these services more often, because when they come once and we lose track of them, we will not even make up for the advantages that are entitled in this. So we are praying that this partnership will last and that our people will benefit. And I'm so especially grateful to the Governor, Francis Kimemia, because in his budget, in his endeavors in the county, he has put universal health care a priority that even in the assembly, the county assembly has approved his health budgets in making sure that our citizens, our people from Nyandarua are catered for in health-wise. So today is a great day. We are going to talk to our parents, to all the people in Nyandarua, that they come out, visit the health facilities that we have so that early detection of these problems can be enhanced. And once they are enhanced, we'll have a healthy county, a healthy country where people are able to be catered for despite their challenges, their health challenges. So
Let's now take a short commercial break on News Watch. We'll be back shortly with more stories. Do stay with us.
Welcome to Garden of Joy in Machakos by HopeTvKenya. This is a gated community that is strategically located only 7 minutes drive from Koma town and 1.3 kilometers off the tarmac. It comes with a beautiful gate, chain link fence around the property, internal Maram roads, a borehole for steady water supply, a jogging track, a meditation park and a children's play area. The title deeds are ready. Get your value-added plot at only 1.295 million shillings cash price. We also have flexible payment options of up to 12 months. Call us today on 0702 8310 83 or visit www.optivan.co.ke.
Some people say they know about our hustle, but believe me, this is no regular job. You know about that early start? Not that one. The start before that early start. You sat for an exam? Add a cat to the mix, due tomorrow. Plus a part-time job for those student loans. Now we're talking about a hustle. Don't forget about that side hustle that you hope will one day be your main hustle. So, to stay focused through it all, we need the perfect cup to fuel winning in life. Try Nescafe 3-in-1.
At CETM Schools, we are offering online classes via the G Suite education platform in all 7 schools across the country. These classes run from 1st of September 2020 to November 2020. We will be offering assignments and productive projects, very affordable yet quality service, personalized and interactive sessions, real-time feedback on progress of learners, life skills, guidance and counseling, and Bible clubs. This is open to non-CETM pupils and promises to be an exciting learning experience in an environment that embodies biblical values. To enroll, please log on to www.cetamschools.sc.ke. CETM Schools, educating the whole person.
Welcome back to News Watch. 2 suspected conmen are now in police custody after a botched extortion exercise in Nairobi. Victor Mario Nsare and Dennis Muturi were arrested on Wednesday after they tried to extort money from Kasipul legislator Charles Ongondo while posing as DCI detectives. The lawmakers called on the police to ensure thorough investigations into the matter.
Made a call through my phone. Then I gave the phone to one of them, Nyakundi, which he pronounced fine. We have reached and we have met him. As we started issues which I wanted them to raise, then the DCI officers whom we have tipped bumped into them and they were arrested. As we talk now, they are in the police custody at the Parliament DCI. I want thorough investigation because if you look at that letter, it has the logo of Directorate of DCI. But what made me to be suspicious in it, the language, the English which was used. We know how the DCI works. It even had a title of press release. So from the word go, I thought it was havoc. And this case, it is also an eye-opener to us members of parliament.
Former Machakos Senator Johnson Muthama strongly opposed the current revenue sharing formula that was proposed by the Commission on Revenue Allocation, CRA. According to Muthama, the formula seeks to deny the majority of counties the right to equal sharing of resources despite the challenges they are facing due to COVID-19 pandemic. Muthama accompanied Deputy President William Ruto for a prayer meeting in Bura, Taita Taveta on Wednesday, which was led by Bishop Leverson Mungonda of SK Taita Taveta Diocese.
Hakuna mtu ataweza kuchukua pesa ya maskini apatie wengine ili waongezewe. Hapo hiyo ya maskini inatoka, na ndio naibu wa rais alitoka, hiyo ya tajiri itoke hapo hapo. Lakini hakuna kutoa nguo ya mtoto wako upatie mwingine ndio nyumba iwe na amani, na wache huyu mwingine akilia. Hiyo hatukubali, hatutakubali, na tunataka kusema kwamba kila mtu na haki yake katika taifa letu la Kenya. Naibu wa rais ametuunganisha sisi. Pali tuko hakuna Mkamba, pali tuko hakuna Mjaluo, pali tuko hakuna Mkikuyu. Sisi tukikaa tunaongea either Kiswahili au Kisungu.
Us as leaders in Kenya, we must be human and we must be sensitive that in our nation today, the last 3 months, 1.7 million Kenyans lost their jobs. Our unemployment rate amongst our youth has gone up in the last 3 months from 5% to almost 11%. Many people have lost their businesses. Many people are struggling to find something to eat. Please, I request all leaders that we be sensitive so that even as we push for things to be discussed about leaders, we must remember that there are millions of Kenyans who also are Kenyans, and their issues must be attended to.
To the counties now, World Bank has given Kakamega County 143 million shillings for infrastructure development in Mumias town. Deputy Governor Professor Philip Kutima said the amount will be raised by the county to 210 million shillings in order to develop Mumias town and meet municipality status. Speaking in Mumias while launching the construction of a 17 million shilling decentralized waste management facility, Kutima said the facility will serve 4,500 beneficiaries and ensure no waste is disposed into River Nzoia.
Mumias mwaka jana ilipata zaidi ya milioni 200. Barabara ambazo mnaona hizi. Kakamega ikapata milioni 187. Mwaka huu wametuletea Mumias milioni 143. Na sitaendelea, tukitumia hizo watatupa tena pesa zingine mpaka zifike kiwango cha mwaka jana ambazo zilikuwa karibu milioni 210 hapo. Wataongeza zingine kwa hizo 143.
Kishia His Excellency the Governor through our Deputy Governor that the corporation is determined to see things change. Governor alitaka hii Mumias iwe the Abuja of Western Province. Watu wakitaka kuona vile mipangilio ya mji iko waje Mumias.
Meru County Governor Kiraitu Murungi has commissioned a committee for awards and honors that will be used in rewarding heroes and heroines of Meru following the passage of an honors bill by the County Assembly. The committee will, among other mandates, set up a fund that will take care of families of the independence heroes, organize tournaments, name a landmark and monuments after them in an effort to immortalize their selfless actions. The committee chairman, Dr. Gershon Mwiti, a celebrated scholar and author, said his committee will be used to select Meru historical leaders, independence heroes from the Meru community, as well as the distinguished sons and daughters.
We want to start a very important journey of identifying, honoring, and immortalizing our heroes and heroines. And we are doing this for memory. We, as Meru people, have our own heroes. We have our own heroines. And we have our own history. and we have our own culture, which we like to preserve, which we like to be remembered, and which we like to be recognized by others. So we should not always sing and praise heroes of others. Time has also come for us to recognize and celebrate our own.
Now, counties that turned stadiums into makeshift markets for vegetable traders should start clearing their facilities to allow athletes resume training. An executive member of the Athletics Kenya, Elizabeth Tonny, urged devolved units that had turned stadiums into markets following the outbreak of COVID-19 to start the process of reverting the facilities to sports people so that they can resume training soon. She was supported by the HopeTvKenya chairman, John Washira, who urged counties to stop using the facilities as markets since they were meant for sports.
Appealing to county government that they actually assist our athletes, and we know most of the stadiums are being used as marketplaces, so we are appealing to the government to help us, to county governments, to help us, especially our governors, to see that they have paved way for our athletes to train well.
Also like to appeal to our governors in the South Rift region because of the stadiums. In Laikipia, the Nanyuki Stadium requires a lot of renovation, and also in Nyahururu. Nakuru Stadium also requires a lot of, requires to be repaired, especially the running track requires a lot of work to be done.
The school children are become more productive faster than those who are finished school. Very many parents say, wacha mtoto asome, let the child go to school first. But to me, the two can go side by side.
Okay, Newswatch takes another short commercial break. Business news is coming up next.
Happy New Month to each and every one of you. This coming Sunday, the 6th of September at the CBS Family Service, join CITIM's presiding Bishop Dr. David Ogende as he takes us through the topic, Discerning God's Voice. In such times, it is important to know whose voice you're listening to. So, please join us live at 10 a.m. on Hope TV, Hope FM, and all CITIM Church online social media platforms.
Tunakuletea burudani safi kutoka wanamuziki wa nyimbo za sifa na ibada, mahojiano ya moja kwa moja na mafunzo ya hali ya juu.
Dhamira ya mtu ikifa anaweza fanya anything. Because kile kinanitofautisha na mbuzi ni dhamira.
There was this time niliambia Mungu, mimi samahani Mungu, lakini naona umenifanya mimi kuwa daraja. Sitaki.
Ni mahali pa uchipuzi na ulezi wa vipaji.
Mwimbaji anaweza itisha akitaka, lakini unajua hiyo ni sauti
hajanunua.
Hujanunua, hiyo ni umebarikiwa nayo. So hiyo unaweza mupeane aidha bure ama, lakini hii pande nyingine sisi tupe invest, ni investment tuna.
Tunabeba mwili, lakini mimi sikujua hii ni maagano nafanya.
Ungana naye Mwalimu Shaban Brima kila Ijumaa saa 2 jioni na marudio kila Jumamosi saa 10 jioni.
Machozi ya furaha nishangaze Baba, ushuhuda wangu watambua wewe ni Mungu.
Hope TV brings you a moment of intensive worship. and intensive Word of God.
When you study the Word of God,
God is growing you.
when we come before our Father in prayer,
Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot fake it. Prayer takes on a new dimension.
Catch Hope Devotion every Monday to Friday at 6 a.m.
Welcome back. Liaison Group has unveiled Mafao Fund, a personal pension fund leveraging Liaison's Group's vast experience in pensions administration to offer the next generation of retirement income solutions. The plan features a tax-deductible limit of up to 20,000 shillings per month and allows an individual to build a savings income by making regular contribution in the scheme during their working life. Liaison Managing Director Tom Muller noted that the plan gives Kenyans and Africans from all walks of life an opportunity to define how we all face the future of social insurance.
Out of our $85 billion GDP in this country, only 12 billion is in the pension sector. That is 13%. 13% is not too bad, but it can be 30%, it can be 35% if we can all save. Now, out of that fund I'm talking about of $12 billion, 20% is held by NSSF. The other 20% is held by the government scheme, which Michael was talking about, the civil servant scheme. And 60% is held by individual pension schemes, occupational pension schemes. That is a very small number because Kenya has 17.5 million people who are working. The labor force at the moment, both in the informal sector and the formal sector, is 17.5 million people. Only 3.5 of those have a pension of some sort. So the other 14 million of Kenyans do not have anything.
What we are trying to do here is to emphasize to the consumer a simple thought. You can self-service. You do not need to follow many routes and channels for you to get your pensions up and running. You can do this at the ease and convenience of wherever you are, and you can make flexible payments of any amounts, even as little as 50 shillings, as frequently as you want.
Inadequate milk storage and processing facilities, poor linkages between smallholder dairy farmers and markets has resulted to a drop of milk production in the country, with the latest statistics showing that Kenya will have a deficit of 382 million litres by 2022. There's need for the government to take a proactive action to encourage household dairy farming to avert the looming shortage of milk. This with Agriculture CS Peter Munya noting that milk production in the country has dropped by 50% in the last 3 months. George Jesse reports.
Small-scale farmers are opting to sell their milk to the local market as opposed to dairy cooperatives due to unfavorable prices. With Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya urging farmers to increase production because there is a market, a lot must be done to ensure that the volume of formally marketed milk increases, with the national volume currently at 40.2 million litres from 63.4 million litres.
Kuuza kwa cooperative bei yake ni kidogo kushida kuuza kwa customer moja kwa moja. Nafikiria ni kitu kama 35, between 35 and 40. Lakini ukisia customer directly ni 60 per liter. Well, nikiuza kwa customer ninaona ni afadhali kuliko kuuza kwa cooperative. Shauri ya nini? That difference that different margin ndio at least faida inafanya nini napata faida pale.
With the government contemplating importing milk to suffice the looming deficit, the livelihoods of about 1.8 million smallholder farmers hangs on the balance. The illegal importation of milk by unscrupulous dealers, which floods the markets, leading to throwaway prices, still threatens the sector that employs 750,000 people directly and 500,000 people indirectly.
Kuna wakati moja yani wakulima wa maziwa wanafika kiwango kwamba yani maziwa huwa ni kama imefurani kwa market. Sasa kuimport ile maziwa kutoka kule nje ndio inaharibu ni biashara ya maziwa kabisa. Yeah. Kuna KCC tuseme ni ya serikali, na tukiangalia kitu kama Brookside is a private industry ni kweli. Alafu if they set aside another brand and maybe various those milk brands all over the country, then mkulima naongeze bei kidogo, then mkulima atafaidika badala ya kufanya nini, na yule ana kazi sahihi, unajua ataingilia kwa ile biashara juu anaona kuna faida anapata. Lakini if they continue to import, inakuwa sasa ni changamoto kwa nini, kwa wakulima.
However, the quality of milk in the country and the safety standards in the milk products is set to receive a boost with the Kenya Dairy Board setting up dairy laboratory in Kabete. There's also the need for county government through its veterinary department to ensure that the small farmers are protected.
Kitu kama East Coast Fever, saa zingine unapata ng'ombe iko hapa lakini imefanya nini, imepata lile ugonjwa, lakini hasa hizi ng'ombe hazitoki wapi, hapa nje, lakini how they vile wanavikiwa na zile kupe ndio hasifanyi nini. So saa zingine wanaweza angalia kama maybe kunaweza kuwa na outbreak ya hiyo magonjwa, at least wawe wanafanya nini, kila wakati wawe wanazunguka wakitusaidia.
Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya said his ministry is reviewing certain reforms in the dairy sector which will see farmers paid according to the quality of their milk. This with farmers calling on the government to impose extra value-added tax VAT on the Uganda milk imported into the country in order to protect the local milk sector. Currently, the government is imposing a 10% on milk imports to protect local farmers. Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Joe Jesse.
All right, that's where we end it for tonight on Newswatch. Thank you so much for watching this live broadcast. We do much appreciate. I'll see you again tomorrow, same time. My name is Tonny Omondi, and our sign language interpreter has been Boniface Murithi. Have a good night.